What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Lethal Lev, and I'm back today with the best passing offense in Madden 21. Now this is going to be Gun Bunch in the Atlanta Falcons playbook. The major difference between, the Gun Bunch in this playbook as opposed to Seattle and other playbooks is, one, it doesn't have mesh post, which obviously is a downside, but it has a couple other plays that aren't going to be found in any other playbook. So a couple of things I like to do when I'm using Gun Bunch is I always like to have a slot apprentice, which the Saints have, and Michael Thomas. So you got to put him in a slot. That way you can utilize his corner routes and posts. But also I like to have a running back that gets the running back apprentice. So you get the 4 additional hot routes. So I'm not going to showcase these routes in every single play, but just know they're really effective to use in Ultimate Team, which you can use if you have Jerry Rice or Christian McCaffrey or players like that. So the first play is going to be verticals. Now the setup I like to run with this verticals play is this will work with man or zone. I like to put A on a drag. So Jermichael Finley or someone fast at tight end, I'll put him on a drag. X on a streak, and that RB route is going to get butt naked. Now also you can hit your running back on this route. You're not going to need to have a running back apprentice for this play because this route just comes stock and it torches man. So most of these plays are going to be designed to beat man-to-man coverage because that's the meta right now, with zones being as bad as they are, especially in MUT and in regs. That's going to be the purpose of this video, basically, is to showcase plays that are going to beat man coverage but also can beat zone. So here's the Texas route. If you have a running back apprentice, you can put that on your running back and you'll have that route at all times, which will always beat man-to-man coverage, especially when a linebacker is covering them, which most of the times they will be. So just know that that route is always available to you, but I'm not going to showcase it on every single play just because it's kind of redundant. So another play you can run is this Atlanta sail play, and you just got to motion out B, and this route kills man-to-man coverage. So Atlanta sail, you're going to have a lot of options, especially with the post over the middle. You're going to have multiple ways to kill man on each play. That way the user doesn't know what they're going to have to guard. And then when the opponent starts putting their safeties in purples, that's when you hit them over the top with one of the deep post routes with the X receiver or with another receiver that you have abilities on. So also, you're always going to be able to do a motion slant. You can mix that in with multiple different plays to kill man-to-man coverage. I'm not going to show it on every play. Just know it's more of a concept than an actual play to beat man-to-man coverage. Motion slants, motion drags, all those things are going to kill man-to-man coverage. So this Atlanta sail play is very effective. Obviously another setup here is to go with the old Madden 20 concept and go with a post with a clear out streak, and that post and corner route is going to kill man-to-man and zone. So the corner route is going to get above the zones when you roll out, and it's going to kill man-to-man. So a lot of these route concepts are similar to Madden 20. So if you use Gun Bunch in Madden 20, you should be familiar. This little Texas route by the tight end also beats man in this trail play. You just have to make sure you throw it early, because if he's manned up by a corner or safety and your tight end isn't fast enough, then they will end up catching up to the tight end and it could be a pick. But throw it early and he'll get open. That separation right there, as you see, if you wait too long, he catches up. That post on the X receiver is also open, though it's kind of fluky sometimes as to whether or not it gets open. Man-to-man is really glitchy this year, especially with abilities. Next is Corner Strike, a play that many of you guys are familiar with if you've used Bunch before. Corner Strike is going to be able to exploit man and zone, make your opponents have to play hard flats. That way you can kill them over the top. But that running back route is very effective, and that X route is also going to get open, but you have to hit it on the cut. Right before he makes the cut, if you throw it late, it's a pick. So make sure you hit him right as he's breaking stride to get to the sideline. These plays, you really got to learn the timing to, especially with man being so overpowered at the start of this year. You really got to learn the timing to a lot of these plays. So with this Atlanta playbook, there's a lot of different plays that are going to give you major chunks of yardage, no matter what your opponent's running, man or zone. This clear out play is also very good because you have the corner route to the right and you have the post to the left. So the tight end, obviously Jared Cook isn't the best tight end to showcase this. Ideally, you want to have a fast tight end with good route running and good catching. So Jermichael Finley and Mutt. But at the same time, you can hit it early in man-to-man, and you can hit that corner route. Now, these are going to get over zones, like I said, so these plays work against man or zone. It's just simple concepts. Most of the time, when you see your opponents pressed on you, it's probably going to be man-to-man coverage, unless they do a good job of disguising it. Also, this year, the screens are back, so if you see your opponent's user on the opposite side of where your running back is, and you know they're in man, just mix in a screen and it's an easy 10 to 15 yards. Screens are very overpowered so far this year, especially against man-to-man coverage. Make sure your opponent has to respect your running back. Now, this is a play that used to be really good last year. I don't really like it this year with the crossing route, but one thing you can do is you can have the X on the clear out route and then motion slant RB and keep B on that route and have your running back on that Texas route, and this is also going to kill man-to-man coverage. Very effective play and very good concept to run, especially against man-to-man. Obviously, once you have a slot apprentice that completely adds on to what you can do with each individual play, you can make plays completely different than have you not have a slot apprentice. So basically you can recreate Z spot. Obviously RB is going to be open. The in route gets covered. They don't have the best route running asides from Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. So obviously in Mutt you're going to have better receivers, but sometimes that in route will not get open. That just shows how important it is to have abilities if you're going to want to, use bunch. If you're going to want to use bunch, you're going to want slot-o-matic, slot apprentice, running back apprentice, abilities on your receivers and your quarterback. Now imagine this with Lamar Jackson, the quarterback. It's that much easier to roll out, and this is against cover 3 zone. You're going to want to hit that running back route every time, especially with the Durdles this year. You can cut up field real easily, 10 to 15 yards easy. That running back route is very effective against zone. Another play I like to run is you like to have this little hitch route because the zones are so bad, especially the hook curls and anything man-to-man coverage. So I like to run a little hitch, a post over the middle, and you can have any kind of route concept on the left. High-low reads. I like to run a little out route with the tight end, and you can hit that hitch route every single time for 5 to 10 yards. A very good play to run in the red zone as well, especially if you're running another deep post with your X receiver. So you can have multiple posts going over the middle, a hitch, a flat to suck down the flat routes, and of course your running back route, which should probably be like a Texas route. Excuse me. Now, a lot of these route concepts are going to work against zone, but aren't going to work against man. That hitch route isn't the best against man. Neither is that out route with the tight end, especially if they're using like a faster corner. So those are really good plays if you know your opponent's in zone. This is the same play I showed earlier, this time with a Texas route. You have the post, you have the Texas route, and you have the corner route. But this, the post gets over the top of the zones unless they manually, put their curl flats 30 yards back, which obviously will leave room for, you to run drag or any other type of route. But this post with a tight end is going to go automatically all the way over the top of the zones. You just have to wait for that deep safety get past, and it's an easy 30-40 yard dot. Also, make sure you're taking advantage of the double team feature. That way you can get outside the pocket. Obviously, Drew Brees isn't the most mobile, so it's going to be a lot easier to get outside the pocket when you're using Lamar Jackson. But that post route gets open, that corner route gets open right over the top of zones. But the main thing when they're running bunch is you want to keep your opponent, you know, honest. You don't need to pick up 20, 30 yards every play, but you're going to want to take your drags. You're going to want to take your flat routes, because if they're not playing hard flats, with the way zones react so far, it's an easy, you know, 5 to 7 yards every single time. And you're going to want to make your opponent adjust. I kind of messed up by not canceling the play action right there, but it's still an effective play, especially if you have a better tight end that's faster and can truck. This run play, halfback sweep, I like to run it if they're coming out in like a 3D lineman set and they're basically selling out to stop the pass. Keep your opponent honest. It's not the best run play, but it's basically just used to keep your opponent honest, especially with the Jurdles this year. If you see them running 3D line, you can cut it back easy and potentially get a touchdown. If they're only running 3D linemen, they're running like a dime set. Now, I don't know what just happened. I tried to run verticals. My B route kind of glitched out. One major reason why people aren't running zone is because zones are so bad, and this B route is back. There's no more quick throw inaccurate, and it gets open on just about every coverage. So this is a cover 3. The purple route isn't able to get over there in time, and it's wide open. It works on cover 2 as well. Just have a drag or use that, hit that running back route. If the clout flat runs with that B route, your running back route's gonna be wide open. And that's about it for the video, man. These are very simple concepts, very easy. Thank you guys as always for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if this helped you. This guy really, you know, he's not a good receiver, but he's still getting open. Thank you.